This is Melbourne, the exciting and busy capital of Victoria State. The city stages the greatest road racing field ever assembled in Australia. And Melbourne is home to two of them.
I've run around the town 1,000 times, but this time it's for real.
We'll be quicker than a number 16 tram along here.
You're racing against the world and Olympic champions.
Yeah, but you're racing against the best there's ever been.
By the time we reach Flinders Street, we'll be really up against the clocks.
There'll be no checkered flag this time, but I'm still aiming to be the first one across the line.
The star of the Bupa Great Australian Run is Haile Gebrselassie, the world's greatest athlete. The man from Ethiopia has more world records and gold medals to his name than anyone else.
Most of the time, my target is for a time. Of course, to win is one thing, and plus the time. And I wish, just to do a good time, but I don't know. We'll see.
Constantina Dita has dominated athletics in Romania for years. In August, aged 38, she became the oldest Olympic marathon champion in history when she took gold in Beijing.
I'm preparation special for 15K. I'm run very well. I have 48 minutes in 50K, 28 seconds. But I don't know now how it will be in this race for Sunday. I hope doing a good job. I don't know if I can run the same times, but if I can come in top 3, for me, it will be great.
A top-class field of elite runners joined thousands of Aussies in Albert Park for this inaugural event. The 15-kilometre race will finish alongside the home straight on Melbourne's motor racing Grand Prix circuit. So let's go to the starting grid and join commentator Stuart Story.
Well, thank you, Catherine. An opportunity now to meet some of the principals in this women's elite race. Total field of 4,000, incidentally. Look at them all lined up behind. There'll be an elite men's start shortly. But this is Benita Johnson, of course, 3 times Olympian, former world cross-country champion on home territory. Looking forward to doing well here. Catherine Ndereba of Kenya, the world marathon champion, Olympic silver medalist in that event just recently in Beijing. Very consistent runner. You can probably hear the announcer in the background, the Beijing Olympic marathon champion now, Constantina Dita, Romania. Very much a surprise winner of that race. There's no question about that, but the conditions very humid, very hot. And incidentally, the conditions here, pretty good. It's around about 60 degrees and not a lot of wind around. And so the course, which is slightly undulating, but generally flat, should be pretty quick. Weightman in the red strip in the middle of that leading group, along with Ndereba. It's just trailing. On the near side, incidentally, is Yoshida. Towards the rear of that field, Alice Mason, number 81. There she is on the right of the picture. Number 68 is Emily Brikacek. She's only 18 years old. Cassandra Fain, number 72. Won the Melbourne Half Marathon, incidentally, this season, just outside 75. And Yoshida's taken this off very, very quickly indeed, with Benita Johnson in second place, Weightman in third. So the early pace, pretty quick. We'll have a little look now at the overall map. There is the start for you as we go round the 15-kilometre course. They'll head towards the famous Tan running circuit. There it is, between 4 and 8 and 9 kilometres. And then they'll return right the way down, and then they go 4 kilometres of St Kilda Road, and then, of course, Fitzroy Street right into Albert Park, arriving at the finish line on the Grand Prix racing grid via Lakeside. They're heading now into the city. Beautiful shot, of course, the host city for the Commonwealth Games in 2006, and, of course, the Olympic Games in 1956. Marvellous games they were. There's the leading runners, and there's a little bit of a break now. The second group being led by Alice Mason. Just caught a glimpse of her there, the tall figure. Lost a little bit of contact with this leading group now. Dita is there on the right, wearing 61. Benita Johnson, 63, 64. We've mentioned Yoshida before. About 9 kilometres to go now, and Lisa Weightman. She's got a 32.57 best for 10k in the midst of that. So let's just now go back to the start to see what's happening with the men. Of course, the very, very talented male field assembled here, and they'll be announcing the principals to you. We've already announced Samson Rabahani of Tanzania and Patrick Makau of Kenya. They're already lined up, and now we've got the local hero. Comes from Melbourne, of course, and when you look at what he's done in the past, Craig Mottram, very much a favourite in these parts. Now this man needs little or no introduction. Multi-world record holder, recently in Berlin, ran a marathon in under 2 hours and 4. Haile Gebrselassie, always smiling, well liked and in brilliant form, absolutely brilliant form. He'll enjoy these conditions. Craig Mottram, self-coached now incidentally, fancies his chances in this race. We shall see. But Gebrselassie is in very good form, although I'm told he had a 17-hour journey here and he arrived pretty late, so there must be an element of lack of sleep, I would think, or jet lag as they call it. But look at that field now, just 4,000 or thereabouts competitors on their way, led by the men, the elite men, and soon that gap at the front will open up significantly. It really will. And just looking at some of the athletes in this field now as we look back to the masses. Look at this scene. This is a wonderful scene, of course. It's one of the scenes replicating those you've seen in Britain and those Bupa races over the years. Well, just looking at the ones to watch, clearly Haile Gebrselassie and Craig Mottram, we've already introduced them. Patrick Makau and Gunther Weidlinger, incidentally, the steeplechaser, and Collis Birmingham has been going well of late. We've seen him in the United Kingdom, now in Australia, back home. And we'll see how he can feature in this. But Haile Gebrselassie enjoys running at the 4 of these fields, certainly, and Makau has gone with him. Makau himself pretty talented, twice world half marathon silver medalist. 59.02 he ran in 2007, incidentally, so he's pretty talented. Number 5. Number 4 is Ramadani, the Tanzanian, born on Christmas Day, incidentally, in 1982, so he's got a birthday coming up shortly.